Yeah, hi, my name is Matthew Miller. I'm actually a homeowner in this ward. The other day, a gentleman came to my house and gave me this paper from the Providence Democratic Socialist of America. So I know your name's not on there, Dave, but it has two names. It has Mark Santau and Nero Fortune. So I asked him, well, why aren't there three Democrats running in this election? And he told me that Dan was appointed to the ethics committee by Kevin Jackson and that we need new blood. So my question is to you, Dan, well, why do you think your name is not on this paper, and are you new blood, and are you going to bring new ideas?
All right, a specific question to Dan.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to respond. I am new blood. I have never run for political office in my life. I have maybe given 2 political campaign contributions in the 37 years that I've been an active voter. I actually was not appointed to the city council by Kevin Jackson. I was a council appointee, as were many people who've been appointed to city government through the council. I was actually appointed by the former president of the city council. Not that I had any connection to the gentleman, not that I ever donated any money to him. I'd like to think that I was appointed because I have been an advocate for strong ethics in the legal profession for the entire 30 years that I've practiced, that I dedicated my life to teaching ethics classes, to teaching other attorneys and other judges a number of subjects, which have included several programs with regard to ethics. I have taught ethics programs to bodies of attorneys, along with an assistant disciplinary counsel for the Supreme Court, along with the Superior Court judge, and along with family court judges and workers' compensation judges. It's been very important to me to lead an ethical life with regard to being an attorney. I'm a second-generation attorney, and while a lot of people have a lot of bad opinions about attorneys, there are a lot of good attorneys doing a lot of good work. So I'd like to think that I was appointed based upon my merits, not based upon the fact that I donated thousands of dollars to other candidates, because I have not, and I have not actually been an active participant in any political movement prior to being put on the Ethics Commission.
Since to give the others a chance, ethics obviously a big issue. It's the reason, arguably, that this post-recall election is happening. So I was near about, looking at what's happened in this ward recently, what changes do you think are necessary, and how will you bring change to make sure ethics are highly valued in Ward 3?
Well, we need honest and transparent government. I think one of the things that people in the ward have been saying, and which is also very important to me, is that I want someone who's representing me who is honest, someone I can access, and someone who is going to abide by the ethics regulations. And if we have a city council person, or if city council is not doing what they're supposed to do, then they shouldn't be the ones representing us. And if their job is also to hold our mayor accountable, then we need to make sure that everyone on city council is doing what they're supposed to do. They're sharing information with the community, and the community is all and engaging with the community to make sure that they're involved in the decision-making process. And so what I would do as a city council person is engage with the community, which I have been doing now through the Eastside Community Alliance and also the YMCA Advisory Board, and listening to what the needs of my community may be, and also being accessible. So there are people here who know me because they've seen me in the neighborhood. They know me because they've seen me at community meetings. So we need someone not only representing our city and making decisions for our city and our ward, but someone who's always engaged and people can easily access, and also someone who's willing to share information with the community, so it's not just 15 people who hold all the knowledge.
David, same question on ethics, looking in the context of this election.
One of the reasons I am running is because of ethics. I believe that our city council has become an embarrassment to the state of Rhode Island and to the rest of the country. One of the things I was actually doing today, I was actually at City Hall for the hearing. I didn't get to stay long because I had to come here, but I was hearing for the ethics to make it more transparent for everybody to see online, and I was there to show my support today with City Council. One of the other things I want to do personally is actually have a personal ethics and oversight committee made up of Ward 3 voters. We have these great associations that can put people together that would actually oversee me personally and be able to call me into the office or wherever meeting places they have and ask me questions and say, why did I vote this way? Why did I do this? Am I doing that? And are you going crazy, why are you doing that? But pretty much I am strong on ethics. I believe that we've gone so corrupt that we're a big embarrassment. We have no honor or trust in the city. I got 60 seconds. And one of the things I want to do is bring trust back to City Council is to have a office within Ward 3 someplace. I'm not sure where that would probably be. We'll try to find the cheapest, easiest access. Maybe one of the communities would welcome us in. But I think having the transparent to City Council is big key.
And Mark, on ethics in light of what led to this election?
Ethical government is obviously a reason, literally the reason why I'm here, I suppose, or lack thereof. When I look at the problems that the city faces in the near future and in the long-term future, when it comes to pensions, when it comes to the budget deficit, both for the school district and for the city in the next few years, when it comes to the bill that's going to be coming due very soon for our school buildings, we have to be able to trust our government, and we have to be engaged in our government. And when government is corrupt or perceived to be corrupt, people become cynical, they become disengaged. I think one of the things I've learned since moving to Providence in 2003 is that we have almost this sort of romantic attachment in an odd sort of way to the history of corruption in this city, which I think crime towns, my family comes from Chicago and it's the same deal, let me tell you. So, I mean, not to make light of it, but it's vitally important. I mean, our government is ours at the end. Whether we like it or not, it is ours. And one of the things that got me to do this is I don't want my kids to be cynical about government. I know as a historian there are many amazing things that we collectively together through the instrument of government have done. So as for the specifics, campaign fine, any city council person knows that owes campaign finance fines or is late on report should not hold positions of leadership. Campaign finance reports should be published on councilors' websites and the city council's website. The city council should pass the rules that the Providence Ethics Commission has enacted and try and strengthen it. And I think we should also look into the issue of public financing of elections in Providence. It's being experimented with in other places. Part of what makes government corrupt is sometimes the presence of too much money coming from too few people, which the tax deals sometimes also
Thank you,
create.
Mark, and I'll give Dan 30 seconds because you did get to do the opening bit.
If I could, with the opening was an attack.
30 seconds, go.
All right.
Don't waste your time on that.
It's important to lead by example. The Ethics Commission is a very important function in city government. It holds all employees, all elected and all appointed officials accountable. It could be strengthened. Although the rules have been passed finally, there is a lot to be done to make it a more functioning body to actually work and police the city council as well as other officials who are appointed or elected to the city. Thank you.